introduce Marin Troini. She is from Spain. She is the founder of the sustainabilityreader.com. She is a political analyst, global chair of G100, Oneness and Wisdom, WEF, Women Economic Forum, and president of Wiki, Spain ambassador. So let's welcome Marin Troini and listen to her views on global peace and harmony.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I'm deeply honored and grateful not only for your generous invitation, but because today is 2nd of October, International Day of Non-Violence, so that we are able to gather people around peace and harmony is really an achievement. It's really a success just to be here. Global peace and harmony, living in harmony. I would like to go to the concept of each of them. For me, global peace is about geopolitics, global institution, strategy, the role of the global model. And then we have living in harmony, that I put all the responsibility on ourselves. Listen to the echo of our internal harmony, putting a barrier for what means a hostile world. Create a way of serene atmosphere that we could send a message of peace in our local community, being humble of the message we are sending, but being strong enough to keep in silent when we don't share the same message that is intrusive and is negative most of the time. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about mass media. Media, it's supposed to be open, but it's not democratic enough. It looks as decentralized, but it's elitist, imperative. Think when you look at a newspaper, when you read the newspaper, you have just one. Think of Ukraine. We don't have the right to be against war. We have to follow a military agenda where we have to be in pro or against Russia or Ukraine. But this is not our role, because that will not contribute with global peace, because it's a regional place where they need their own solutions. So our role as international community is to be against the atrocities of war, to be against pain, against suffering, and not a military agenda. The conclusion that we could get from that is now NATO, the military alliance, is powerful than United Nations with the Security Council. But the Security Council is in charge of this kind of disbalance in the world. So we need to take United Nations to reshape it and create that diplomacy, negotiation, print with conciliation. And that is on our power, because that's what we could ask for. And if we go to the first page of United Nations, we see the definition of non-violent action from Professor Gene Sharp. Non-violent action is one response to the problem of how to act effectively in politics, especially how to build powers effectively. You know, we cannot talk about violence, we cannot talk about peace without involving what is the role of the politics, what is the role of the different powers in terms of private sector. So the media, for me, plays a very important role. Suppose that tomorrow you are in the morning taking a coffee with a newspaper, and instead of having a condemnation, you have two articles, two different and contradictory articles. What will happen with that? That it will boost critical thinking. And we will find a way on peace if we boost the critical thinking according to all of us, that we feel and we are really inclusive, that we are all in to find the solution. A quarter of the global population lives in conflict-affected areas: Ukraine, Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, South Sudan, and Ethiopia. Imagine that for a minute, that the armed conflict is over. We still hold the crisis. There is a humanitarian crisis, there is hunger, there is poverty. that eventually will lead to an armed conflict in the future. So instead of global peace, we need to search for global stability. Peace will not deliver stability, but if the goal is stability, we will include peace. And that is the same spirit of the Sustainable Development Goals. The SDGs hold peace as one of their goals. But to gain sustainability, we need to find all the goals together. Diversity is the mother of all. War and peace, hate and love, heaven and evil, they will always be there because it's part of the nature of the universe. And when we get to that conclusion, we realize that there will always be confrontation. There will always be powers that are fighting together. That's why it's so important that, first of all, until we are able to consolidate a global model, we are able to exercise diplomacy and get a multilateral way of living. Multilateral way of living means, in the end, to get into global. Global is a very demanded word. When we say global peace, means that we should have an accountability mechanism that counterbalance all conflicts in the world, and we don't have it because that is the role of United Nations. So, for me, critical thinking, boost critical thinking, the role of the media to boost that. We are not against one country or the other that eventually will go against us. We exercise diplomacy because the reversible impact of war will be there. It will be negative. It can go back. But with diplomacy, we could impose sanctions or not. We could change. We could search for conciliation. We could adapt it. We could help them. And that's why I think that is so important that we change the way we communicate. At individual way, trying to search our inner peace and transmit that message individually and our communities, and to push politicians and the global institutions to create a more open dialogue. So we could search, we could prevent the conflict. We are focused now on a military agenda because we are feeling on danger. But we have to be focused on all that conflicts that are on the threat, that are there on the border, that going in the future to erupt as an armed conflict. Diplomacy is there for that, to prevent the conflict. Mechanism of conflict resolutions, of exercising conciliation, working with the local communities. That is really, we will build peace. And that's why, to end, I would like to exercise the method of Socrates, asking questions, ask questions, why this is happening, and that your contribution could be creation, to create, like painting. We have to paint a world with new colors on a blank canvas, where our paintbrush is diplomacy, is negotiation, is friendship, is debate, and the boost of critical thinking. Because peace building, I strongly believe, starts from us. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Marin Troini. It was wonderful. I also believe the same, that we should paint the world with non-violence, peace, and harmony. So that is how the world will be in peace, because these days we are seeing so many wars and so many conflicts all around. Okay, now next move to some success stories of EDVISHAN. Vikrant, please share the slide.
Good evening, everyone. This is Vikrant Singhal. And first of all, I would like to say thanks to all speakers and congratulations to all our audience. So now we would like to share some success stories of EDVISHAN. Like EDVISHAN is heading for worldwide expansions with appointments of country directors in Greece, Philippines, and continent head of Africa. EDVISHAN is going to start a franchisee in Luton, United Kingdom, and open for franchisee in India and abroad. So we have already conducted the meeting and all, everything is final. So we are now opening the franchisee in Luton, United Kingdom. Now our skills programs have been benefited more than 1,000 students already registered and already got the certificate from us. We have already conducted multiple we have already conducted teachers training program with multiple schools in Arunachal Pradesh, MP, Maharashtra, Delhi NCR, different parts of India. So I would say yes, admission is going good, and we are doing best for our country, our nation, our heart. Now we will
Yeah,
share
I think we have Dr. Komotso, Ambassador Dr. Komotso.
Yeah.
She can share her views because she will be the continent head of EDVISHAN of entire Africa.
Yeah, Dr. Kamasto, please, over to you.
Hello. Please unmute.
Hello.
Yes, now you are audible.
Hello. Hello.
You are audible. Hello, you are audible, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for having me. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for all the organizers for planning such a great occasion. I'm very impressed by all the speakers, all the topics. And I think we're speaking the same language because it's about collaboration and, unification of the world. And obviously all the challenges that we have are the same. I don't know if they have introduced me already. I will just briefly introduce myself. I'm Komoto. I'm a human resources specialist. I have a master's in human resources. I represent a lot of global organizations. So one of them is where my in training represents. She's a G100 ambassador. I'm also an ambassador in South Africa. So she's my colleague. So I also represent.
By the way, I am also G100 ambassador in India.
Oh, is that so? I didn't know. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. That's wonderful. I also represent India Research Foundation. I have a doctorate in philosophy from Sophani University in Haiti. I represent a lot of organizations as an ambassador, as a director. I'm a director of Afro World Champions. It's about TNC champions, whereby we try to balance women and men, because even if we try to empower women, as long as we don't bring men who are interested on board, it's a problem, because they are going to be a problem. So men who are interested can also be represented there. I'm also an international partner of the Global Chamber of Women of Business Investors. Also representing World Women Organization. I'm a philanthropist, humanitarian, representing a lot of organizations, one of them being a delegate of Global Chamber of Leaders in South Africa, and many other organizations. And the reason why I represent them is that I feel like, as a woman, you have a role to represent other women. You have a tribe at the back. You have a tribe that is following you. So it is your role to carry the baton, or to make sure that you represent other women in whatever you do. As a human resources specialist, I believe that when you transform people, like we want to change people or we want to transform the world, you cannot do it without education. I think it's about learning and unlearning. And if there is no structure or any form of content or curriculum or education that you have planned to restructure the world, then you are just talking about it, but you do not have a plan, you do not have a content, you don't have a curriculum that you have planned. So I think it is very, very important, especially post-COVID-19, that when we move forward, we have to understand that there needs to be a paradigm shift of how we have been doing things. It can't be done the same old way. If you do not achieve any result when you do something, it means you have to change. And obviously change has to do with learning and unlearning. So that is why academic education is so important to me. But you must also understand that when you are focusing on educating, there's also a part of unlearning certain things that we're doing in the past. We have to pause and try to look at what was working and what was not working, and what can we improve, what can we reinforce, what is lacking. And we cannot operate this world in silos. I know, for example, in Africa, we have the lines of demarcations. There is Kenya, there is Uganda, there's Sudan, but we cannot have them ingrained in our minds, because we have to operate. You can't operate in silos. We have to speak one language. Mar did mention that it's very, very important to operate, as one world. We can no longer afford to have lines of demarcations, because the challenges that we have are the same. But that includes women empowerment as well. How we approach it, I think it has to be different. It has to be incorporated and integrated within the curriculum in the school, the curriculum of our institution at EDVISHAN, so that we do not just talk about it. You have to instill it in the children once they're still young. They have to understand that there is women empowerment. Women need to be empowered. Boys need to know that when they grow up. It's not something that you can add on when they grow up. It's something that they have to understand when they grow up. It has to be a culture within our education system everywhere. And I think the world or countries must just work collaboratively and not work in isolation. They must work collaboratively and understand where the common problems are, because we do have common problems. And as long as we do not change them with content and curriculum and educate and learn, and get rid of certain ways of doing things. And at the end of the day is about love, appreciating one another. And the most important thing that is gonna be very important now is diversity and inclusion. We can no longer afford to look at one another, in a different way. I can't say Ma is different from me. I mean, we have the same challenges and we want the same things. We want love, we want success, we want prosperity. And what is important, we need to be able to measure our goals. They need to be tangible, they need to be measurable, and they have to impact the generations to come. Anything that we do that is not going to impact all the generations, we have to pass that baton. Then we might as well not do it. So it means we have to pause a bit, use this opportunity post-COVID, and try to look at what is it that we have been doing properly, and look at our frameworks and maybe review the frameworks and see whether they work. What is it that we can include? Because some frameworks exclude people who are very talented, especially in the academic space. We have this framework that a leader is supposed to look like this or to be like this. But is that still working? Or must we include or also accommodate a bit of diversity within our frameworks. That will help us because people are different, and diversity is not necessarily only about color. There's a lot that has to do with diversity. Just, any person that looks a bit different from you, I think if you can feel that if this person is different from me, it means this person has something that I do not have. Look at it as a strength, that you may be having a weakness. We all have to have a SWOT analysis of our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. All of us have that. So when we look at another person, look at it this way, that this person may be having the strengths that I do not have, and I need to leverage of this person's strengths. And we need to operate, or we need to apply that as individuals, because that needs self-awareness. We need to operate like that within organizations, even in our communities. When it comes to women empowerment, we cannot just say we want women empowerment. It's far more than that. When you empower someone, you have to understand or look back and see what is it that disempowered this person or depowered this person. Because there are different ways. It can't be one size fits all. And you have to include that in your curriculum, whatever it is, in the training. You can't just put people in a room and say, I'm going to train them. Some were depowered by their cultures. There are cultures that depowered. Some had traumatic experiences. So those are the things that we need to take into account and try to deviate or just create that paradigm shift of how we have been doing things. And I think things will change, but I'm glad to be part of this good organization. I believe in excellence and adding value. And I'm an academic, I'm a researcher. I am doing my own research as well. I believe in studying and researching from things that happened many years ago, so that you understand the pattern. That in the past there were Socrates who gave us that philosophies. There was Plato, who gave us a good philosophy. But if we stick to frameworks, we exclude people who were talented. Let me say people like Steve Jobs, for example, who had a certain behavior, but he was an excellent leader. So let's relook at our academics and see how we can improve for the better, but we cannot improve in isolation. We are independent, but we are also dependent on each other. We are still dependent on each other as human beings. So it is very important to take that into account. I'm so glad to be part of this. And I've learned a lot from all the speeches, very powerful. And thanks for reminding me that I need to smile. We need to smile all the time. And yeah, I think it brings good energy and it makes the other person feel, welcomed. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I really thank you for organizing this. And thank you for having me. I think that is an honor. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Dr. Komotso. It's really wonderful, and we are honored to have you in EDVISHAN family, and you as a continent head, where you will spread our EDVISHAN will spread wings I think within a few years across the world. Thank you so much for being a part of the EDVISHAN family. As we all know, we have 300 awardees this time, and our time is constrained, so we cannot announce all the awardee names. But there is still 64 awardees there. So I would request if you want to share your views, because tomorrow we will upload all the certificates and you can get all the certificates. But you have the patience and you are listening from the beginning. So I would request if any one of you want to share your views or anything, you are most welcome. Anyone wants to share anything? Your views? Yes, please. Haranarayan Padi, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Harnaran Padi from Gujarat, India. I am very much thankful to giving me an opportunity for some wonderful section, and every speaker were very much impressive. They were very much impressive talks. Thank you all.
Is the next one Vishwakarma, sir.
Yes. Good evening to all the panelists. I'm Ira Vishwakarma, Vice Principal in a senior secondary school in Delhi. I was really impressed with all the talks that all the panelists presented here today on this global platform, especially from coming from different countries. It was so informative, you know, how other countries are going about with the women right, with global issues, everything. So thank you to everyone for sharing your views. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next is Deepa, ma'am.
Am I audible to you?
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Very good evening. Good evening to all the dignitaries. I'm very happy to be in this forum, and thanks to Shalini Rai ma'am for your great effort and your green screener behind. And I'm very much impressed with Entori's ma'am, that is the paintings code. Excellent, ma'am. And it has motivated us to do a lot in this forum. I hope so that the God will give me the healthy to do the perform. I'm from Banimbadi, and I'm very much thanked to everybody to honor me. Thank you. Good day. Let the God bless with abundant health and to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. And anyone else want to share your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Excuse me. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anand, sir.
My name is Anand from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India, an academician. Really, it was a very excellent program. Thanks to all the dignitaries. Really, each and every person's talks. It really it's impressive and very useful. Expecting more like this. We have to meet like this, and it should get encouraged more and more. And I will be always waiting for many more upcoming events to happen. Really,
Yes.
thanks to EDVISHAN Group. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, there will be many more events in the upcoming months. Gradually, we'll be announcing. Next is Deepak Motel, sir. Deepak, sir.
I am audible?
Yes.
Thank you. We have developed one solution which is helpful in soil, air, and water bioremediation. I am working on that, and we have get good success in soil, air, and river bioremediation. The major problem of pollution we have covered with biological treatment, and I have want to share with on this global platform. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. And very soon our journal will be coming up. So I would like you to write down the issues and their solutions and all. That is why we are starting up the journals, so that academicians and researchers can share their views and the critical issues as well as the solutions. And everyone gets to know about it, because our journal will be distributed internationally. So there will be huge scope for you all. Next, I will call Umakala ma'am. Please share your views. Umakala ma'am, are you there? Okay, next is Reena ma'am. Reena ji, are you there? Dr. Sanjay Sinha.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I will start with congratulations and thanks to Vikrant sir and you, Chanoli ma'am. It was beautiful session. All the speakers were excellent, really good. And just I want to add, today is 2nd of October, Gandhiji's birthday. And I have to say only one thing, peace is always from within. You cannot get peace from outside. And India always believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We believe in that. And you have shown this to the world. Okay, yes, how we can be one. It is a global meet, a global village, and beautifully done. I'm just looking forward to so many more. Okay, ma'am. And once again,
Yes.
congratulations to both Vikrant sir and Sunil ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's happening all because of all your support. And that's why we are progressing so quickly. Yes. Next, Umakala ma'am, please, you can share your views. Next, Dr. Zakir Hussain, please share your views.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to all. It's pleasure to us that we have this kind of opportunity here from EDVISHAN Global. It is very nice program, madam. We had learned so many things in this program about the how to develop the education like that. My submission is there. My one submission is there, ma'am. That you had conducted so many programs in many states. So I request you to please kindly conduct in Karnataka also, because I am an education coordinator in Karnataka. So I am requesting you to conduct one kind of program also for teachers in our state.
Yes, sure, sir. Please contact with us. We can work on it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We are
Thank you.
looking forward for all the educators and principals or directors to contact with us so that we can conduct our programs. Once we keep in touch, you can understand that there is some uniqueness into our program. It's not that common things that happen everywhere. We are framing the curriculum of our the course modules in that way that it is something different from other organization, and the thing is that it is always affordable. You need not to think about the budget and all, because I am also working as principal. So the first thing comes as budget. So you need not to worry about the budget
right now
at all.
in this meeting. It will be uploaded.
Thank you. Thank you.
I spoke. We are live.
Anyone else want to share views?
Shonali ma'am, just a query.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shonali ma'am, regarding the award certificate, where will this be shared in the Connect groups? I mean, the award group? WhatsApp group?
The link we will, like previous event, we will upload all the certificates in our Facebook page, and all the links will be shared with you.
Okay,
in
thank
our group.
Thank
So
you.
you need not to worry
Happy
about the
Puja to you.
Thank you. Yes, happy festival here in India.
Festival time here in India.
Yes, festive time. So anyone else wants to share?
Yes, ma'am. This is here, Dr. Reena Verma.
Yes, please share.
Hi, ma'am. First of all, I want to thank everyone, the organizers, Shaloni ma'am, and I had a word with the sir. You people are doing very good job. And I'm running a school actually, and my motto is affordable education. And I have researched, actually since last 24 years, I'm in education. And I have taught from university lecturer to KG classes. And I have researched or observed that 80 or 90% people are working for upper middle class faction. And much has to be done towards lower class action, because money has taken a prominent role in education industry, and you people seems a hope. I want to say the programs you are organizing like without any monetary share or something, as I have seen since many years, money has taken a prominent part in education system, but you people are doing it selflessly, it seems, and I hope you'll go on with the same motto. So congratulations to all of you. Heartiest congratulations. Thank you very much for giving and recognizing my trust, little efforts, Shashwat Kalyan Trust, towards education and society. Thank you so much. More power to you all, the organizers. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. See, at the end of the day, when we see that our members are happy, because now we are gradually becoming one family, like one family. So when we see our family members are happy, automatically we feel happy, because we have started this group and making everybody happy. So that is the motto. It's not about money, it's about ethics and the oneness, the togetherness. And that is because we are getting your support. That is why we have incorporated only on 16th May 2022. And now we are spreading worldwide.
Hi, Shanoli. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Shanoli, for including me in this wonderful event to give honor and reference to the greatest political and spiritual leader of the 20th century, and that is Mahatma Mohandas Gandhi. Mahatma Mohandas Gandhi, a great leader who taught us by example, by way of expression, peace, and love, who gave much to this global community. And my message today is to share, let there be peace, and let it begin with me. Let it begin with you, as Paul McCartney and the Beatles had said. This, I share with you this poetic affirmation, meditation. What lies behind the eye? What lies behind the eye? A whole world, a complete dimension. Answers to questions, companionship to loneliness, that glow to further mind extension. A trip with the stars, the spiral staircase leading to heaven's gate. Decreeing the truth of being, declaring, acclaiming God's estate. A unity of Godhood, peace to keep the water still. Attuned with the universe, pure love, patiently waiting to be revealed, is what lies behind the eye. A summer's dream, a winter's cove, the mountaintop covered with snow, the beautiful whisper of the still small voice, guiding with love, teaching with peace, the way to bestow life's bountiful treasure, heaven's eternal pleasure. Commanding purity, demanding not earth's will, yet thy mastery above the moon's activity is what lies behind the eye. Peace and love is what lies behind the eye. Mahatma Mohandas Gandhi taught us love and peace. Give each other, and it starts behind the eye. Hope above despair is what lies behind the eye. Pleasure above pain is what lies behind the eye. Prosperity above poverty is what lies behind the eye. Health above sickness is what lies behind the eye. Living life from the inside out is what lies behind the eye. Everything we need to obtain peace, love, awareness, knowledge, and understanding is what lies behind the eye, so that we can share our peace, love, knowledge, awareness, understanding with each other. We only need to trust, honor, and believe that the highest love lives within each of us, that the highest love guides and teaches us in our own house, our home, our heart. The journey in self-recovery is absolutely beautiful. And I know you know, I hope you know, I pray you know. So beautiful, both he and she. So are you. So what we do is elevate and touch on that inner truth and trust that we are human and divine. And it is peace and love that lies behind the eye. That where there is imperfection, there too rests perfection. All we got to do is tap into it. And as you tap into you, I tap into me, we tap into we, because we know it is one energy, one love, and we are living in one vibrational energy, LOVE, also known as peace. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Anita Caprice. Blessings.
So thank you all for your presence and supporting us. We will upload all the certificates tomorrow in our Facebook page, and we will share the link in our award group so that you can download your certificates. And looking forward for many more such events and our online and offline programs. So those who are interested, you can contact us personally. Thank you all. So let us conclude today's session. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Let's felicitate the next set of awardees. Venkat, Viva Khoshla, Sonia Dhiman, Anjam, Amnuddin Sheikh, Sonika Mishra, Krishna Shivare, Garima Singh, Livina Pal, William Paul, Sonal Judge, Arpita Chakrabarti, S. Pooja, Mrs. C. Karthika, Uma Bharat, T. Renu Thakur, Amare Dempsey, Dr. Shrikant Gupta, Vikrant Sharma, Vishakha Gupta, Papia Rani Datta, Dr. Sarita Rana, Shalu Khera, Hiraman Ananda Shirshat, Dr. Sanjay Sinha, Shikha Verma, V. Latha, Dhanasri Sridhar Mirajkar, Kiran Srivastava, Antarprit Dhupar, Cynthia and Solomon, Jagdish Sankla, Dr. Ashu Jain, Sayada Requia Fatima, Anjana Arora, Soji Reji Jacob, Priyanka Dubey, Brajbhushan Sharma, Dr. Deepa C, Kanimoji R, A. Yuvarani, Dr. R. Geetha Madhumala, Sudha Kumar, Marija Semunovic, Olivera Turdik, Solomon Jebrivet Asfaha, Watara Sedo, Dr. Froiland Mobo, Eden Asefa, S. Madan Kumar, L. Bethel Solomon, Afomia Tesfaye, Afab, Sion Geta Chio, Nebat Muhammad Iman Getahun, Sion Demise, Ansar Sherif Abafita, Marisa Stenik, Aisha Ruxana, Priti Pashricha, Neetu Dandi, Avinash Kulkarni, Mirela Shido Frunza, Rajeshri Ghosh, Gyodida Consicha, Dr. Shruti Sharma, Professor Dr. Pratik Ranjan Mungekar, Kusum Prajapati, Naveen Gupta, Dr. Daksha Sharma, and Jacob, Chandani Kinder, Olorun Tioyin, Sefiu Tayo, Dr. Rupali Aluwalia, Dr. Tarvinder Kaur, Salim Haile Georges, Hana Shifarong, Segni Ahmed, Dr. King James Nukum, Malet Merid, Dr. Pramad Kumar Rajput, Ambassador Terry Artwind Nichols, Priya Sitharaman, Dhanishri Vittal Manor, Neelam Londe, Dr. Indrajit Basu, Dr. Gizala R. Hashmi, Ademi Abdullahi Akani, Narendra Kumar Sinha, Nitesh Kumar, Priyadarshi Nayak, Rose Kim Paul, Erim George Erim, Menuka Rai Chetri, Srina Sinha, Myranar Remer Balanga, Honorable Mrs. Chikelu Peace, Mrs. Tarannam Javed Sheikh, P. Venkatachalam, Adjugan, L. Esthar Hamarai. Congratulations to all the awardees. Let's felicitate the next set of awardees. Deepa Bhatt, Professor K. Muhammad Suhail, Dr. K. Malar Vizi, Anuradha, Seema Vaidya, Shushma Bhan, Dr. T. S. Santhi, Mr. D. Prabhakaran, Deepika Kachru, Sweta Bhatti, Dr. M. Jaya Vidya Shankar, Millet Arige, Deepak Motil, Gitanjali Shivaji Mate, Mrs. Manushi Sridhar Pandit Gill, Sega Bile, Mrs. Suhas Tohgaonkar, Asifue Deston, Saron S. Eshetu, Vitta Bharati School, Rohini, New Delhi, Dr. Nikita Kothari, Saundarya Vasudevan, Mithu Agarwal, Thin Nini Thein, Wegan Teshum Abebe, Dr. Wisdom Zorno J. Power, Manisha Chauhan, Radhika Srinivasan, Anuradha Rai Shukla, Dr. Shalini Jivan Chahade, Tharani P. Tejas Turkar, Dr. Zakir Hussain, Rajdev Kumar, Divya Sharma, Muhammad Zubair, Haridash Mukherjee, Divya K. Nisha, Farhat Mukhtar Sheikh, Sarah. Greg Okoduwa, Sumit Zalakso, Winfred Valerao, Professor Antonio G. Batar, Dr. Sonia Achantani, Rajkumari Agarwal, Ambassador Brigadier General Soton Winfred Aliu, Shruti Pradhan, Kauchali Khalil Abdul Aziz, Linian Osegi, Pushpa Ahuja, Ambassador Dr. Godwin Viche Joshua, Ritu Ferwani, Krishna Suryangshi, Edric Luisa, Snehalata, Savita Kottawar, Shashat Kollan Charitable Trust. So, congratulations to all the awardees, and we are proud to felicitate your 300 awardees in the Global Peace Award 2022 for their selfless service to the society. Thank you.